Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Angler's Covey Fly Fishing Report. My name is Tim Hannon, and I'm here today with John Kleiss helping me shoot the report. I'd like to talk to you today about a few pieces of water that are actually fishing pretty well, the best of which is actually Deckers. Deckers and Cheeseman have really increased flows. Their flows are around 150 to 200, and they've been pretty sustained for a long time. A good attractor pattern, but even trying to get a couple midges on there without the attractor pattern seems to be the thing to do. Size 22 and smaller would be the suggested fly size. I'd use a bubbleback midge, a mojo midge, a variety of colors. A foam actually buyout midge is working really well. A mayhem midge. Actually, we have a lot of those in the 99-cent clearance flies up at the Covey. We're getting ready for next year's pattern, so we're getting rid of a couple of different kinds, so now's a good time to come in and get a couple of those. But they're working really well. We've seen some absolutely humongous fish coming out of there right now, and relative ease too. I think the key thing there is to be a good caster. If you can get right on top of the fish with a good cast, 3 or 4 feet in front of them, you'll probably produce a pretty good fish. Because of these sustained flows, these fish are hungry and they're willing to take any smaller type fly. I don't even think color is a big issue right now, but if you're really worried about that, I go black or red, and then again size 22 and smaller. I'd like to also talk to you about 11 Mile Canyon. 11 Mile and the Dream Stream are definitely fishing okay. The problem that we've been seeing up there is temperatures, and I'm talking about air temperature. A couple days ago, my friend said, the air was great down here, it was beautiful. He got up there, it was still below zero in that canyon. Even a couple weeks ago, we had temperatures down into the 20 degree below zero. Absolutely frigid temperatures. You rarely hear me talk about danger in fly fishing because it's really non-existent. But if you have a couple of fish in the net, and your hands are cold and you don't take good care of them, you could seriously be looking at some frostbite issues and some other things. So risk versus reward, yeah, there's some okay fishing happening right now, but then again, it's super cold, hard to keep your hands warm. And then if you go up to the Dream Stream, we're having problems with some ice flow. These warmer temperatures down here are actually warming the temperature up down there, or up there, excuse me, but now we're getting some slush ice, some anchor ice. Definitely difficult fishing conditions. The further up to the top you go, the better off you are, but then again, probably not the most suggested place to go right now. If we look down at Pueblo is actually fishing pretty well on the Arkansas, but there's some difficult parts about it. The first thing is that the flows are varying between 40 and 100 CFS, and they're not really being exactly even with their temperature rating. So some days it'll be 60, then you get down below the hatchery, it'll add another 20, then you get down below Moffett Street, it'll be another CFS. So it's really important to know exactly what's coming out of the dam. We've got a few tips from people lately telling us that what's being read at Moffett Street is pretty close to accurate, but it's not exactly telling the whole story. So really right now, finding the fish is the most important thing. If you can get on top of the fish, if you can find the fish, throwing different various red flies, we've seen red copper johns work, red annelids, red San Juan worms, red eggs even be very productive, red zebra midges. A lot of different red patterns are working. Even hooks tied on red. My buddy Chris Heim has a captain hook that he's tied on a red hook that actually is working quite well right now. So definitely try some different varieties of that color. And you know, size dependent, I wouldn't say anything over a size 12 fly, but you know, even a San Juan worm size 12, a Frenchie size 12, those will all produce pretty good fish right now. When we go down there, we're actually seeing that you could probably pick up 1 or 2 big fish, but the fishing hasn't been crazy. There hasn't been a bunch of 100 fish days down there right now. So get down there, the fishing's good. Let's talk about the fly fishing film tour that's coming up really soon, February 1st. Last year was off the charts. It was so much fun. Lots of good beer, lots of good folks. The guys from Royal Gorge Anglers were down there. Really good people. Taylor, I believe his dad was there. There's awesome sponsors down there. Hog Island, Titan Rod Vaults, Sage. They all come, they all represent. You know, the whole thing is a benefit for Project Healing Waters. You know, these guys come back from overseas. These soldiers come back, and you know, fly fishing is one of those things that keeps them occupied 100% of the time. So, you know, it's really beneficial for them to be out on the water. We need to help these guys readjust our society, getting back. They've done so much for us. We need to give back a little bit. And what a great event. It's really probably the most fun. And basically what it is it's a series of short movies that really, in the industry, we call it fly fishing porn. It's a lot of fun to watch. Like I said, there's actually good food. It's at the Stargazer off of Printers Parkway and Pikes Peak. We have tickets available here for 12 bucks. At the door, they're for 15. Last year, those guys that went and waited to get tickets at the door were standing only. All right, so definitely behooves you to get your tickets in there. Get there a little bit early. Festivities start around 5. And by the way, Trout Unlimited will be there. So there's going to be a lot of fun there. And movie start at 6:30. Make sure you're there. Also, I'd like to talk to you about the Frostbite tournament down in Pueblo. Steel City Anglers are putting on a great event again this year. Lou and Ben down there have done a lot for that part of the stream on the Arkansas. So it's really important to pay back. You know, all the slots are full for the competition. Myself and a bunch of other anglers from the Covey and other fly shops, as well as pros in the industry, will be down there. You know, it's a lot of fun to come down and watch these guys work. Probably not so much me, I'm kidding, but it's a lot of fun to come down and watch people catch fish. You pick up so much information just by watching these guys. So get down there February 9th. Remember, let's keep that water open for those guys to compete. It's one day out of the year that we really suggest that you're trying to find either somewhere else to fish. Don't be that guy that's out there, you know, sitting in the middle of somebody's tournament water, really ruining his chances to win a tournament. So get down there again. The whole tournament is a benefit for that stretch of the water. TU Chapter 509, the Greenback Cutthroat Chapter, is putting it on, and Steel City Anglers. So love to see you down there. So anyway, we'd love to see you in the shop. Come on down soon, and tight lines, happy fishing.